Hey everybody, this is Brian with Vermillion Enterprises. Today is October 23rd, 2025. It's a great start to the day here. Got a great workout in, got the coffee flowing. Silver and gold are on the rise again. Gold is 4,114 as we do this video. And silver COMEX price is $48.68, so it's up on the rebound. So nice little dip yesterday and the day before, and now we're back up. Will it hold? Who knows? Will it fall back? We don't know. We're along for the ride with you guys and gals. If you do think it is going to rebound, congratulations to everybody who bought on the dip. Great job there, and we had a lot of sales over the last couple days, so we're happy about that, and hopefully everyone out there is as well. All right, it is Thursday, and we got a big day here planned in the shop. We had a lot of drop-offs yesterday. We got through every single one of them before we went home last night, so we got a lot of people picking up today. And yeah, we're staying on top of packages, folks. I'm really proud of my crew and myself for doing that. We have every deal has been turned around in 24 hours, whether it's a mail-in of product or a request for purchase. We've gotten every single one out within 24 hours of payment received. So through the chaos, we managed to maintain our normal level of operation with regards to timing on getting tickets in and out. So I'm very happy about that. I'm thinking that maybe some of the chaos is starting to wane a bit. Yesterday's morning was a nice steady pace. The afternoon, things got chaotic again. We got a line going and had to start a queue again with regards to people dropping off material. But that's all right. That's what we need. That's what we want. We want to make sure we keep the wheels of money turning, and that is what we do here. We do not wait. We turn and burn, folks. We are constantly moving money over, turning it over, and trying to do that by consistently bringing you guys and gals great deals just above wholesale levels on the buy and the sell. So we are going to run down inventory and premiums here. A couple small changes, nothing major, but maybe just one change. Yeah, it looks like maybe just one change. Nothing major. We'll run that down, update inventory levels, and go from there. One thing here, a little PSA happened again in the shop a couple times yesterday. And two things: when you're in a coin shop, it doesn't matter what shop you're in, same as a jewelry store or a pawn shop, right? There's always lots of things out in the showcases, things that might be of interest that you want to look at, no problem. But when somebody is at the counter, and maybe you have some things in the showcase that you want to look at, wait until that person is done with their business, their transaction at the counter, before you try to come in and look at what's in the showcase underneath their deal. We had to instruct a young man yesterday to back up, to give the customer who was at the counter space, and just to maintain some level of distance in the coin shop. That is just the right thing to do. It's not your business what someone else is doing at the counter, and it's not their business what you're doing in the shop. So please, when you're in a shop, whether it's a coin shop, whether it's a pawn shop, it's a jewelry store, the bank, it's all the same, right? Give each other space. We don't need to be sitting on top of each other. That is not necessary. All right, whatever is in the showcase that you want to look at will be there after that customer completes his transaction, him or her, and moves on from there. All right, that's number one. Number two is, when we're in the shop, obviously sometimes it takes a couple minutes to do a deal, and sometimes people want to talk amongst themselves in the shop, which is understandable. We're social creatures, right? But what we don't want to do is talk about what we're actually transacting in. Here's the point in case yesterday. Here's the example that came in. Nice couple comes in, wants to sell a chunk of coins, gold and silver, that they inherited from a deceased loved one. No problem. That's what we do. That's probably half of our day, one way or another, whether it's jewelry or coins and bullion. Definitely a good chunk of our day, at least. And that takes a minute for us to get through the deal. And so another customer was in the shop and he was selling a gold chain. No problem. We're doing both transactions at the same time, getting it done. And both customers are happy with the price and everything. But the two men start talking, and the one who is selling his inheritance starts, I don't want to say bragging, but telling the other guy, who's a complete stranger, never seen him before a day in his life. Oh, this is just a drop in the bucket. We got a whole bunch more gold and silver that was inherited to us. And, we're just starting to thin it out here a bit and sell them a little bit off. All right. So that is the equivalent of telling a complete stranger that you have stacks and stacks of cash at your house. Even though we don't normally think about gold coins and silver bars, gold bars as cash. In fact, a lot of people think it's just the opposite. Cash is bad, it's fiat currency, right? But to an opportunist, to a thief, a robber who may want to actually have the balls enough to break into your house and steal your stuff, there is no difference between cash and actual gold coins, silver coins, bars, whatever you have. They see opportunity. And some are willing to take that risk. So when you come into a shop to buy or sell anything, just keep it to yourself. You don't need to broadcast what you're doing. Your transaction, whether you're buying or selling, is your transaction. It's you want to make sure that you keep it as confidential as you can. You do not know who is listening. You do not know who may want to follow you home. Whatever may be the case, you don't know. So just come in, do your transaction, and go about your business. You would never tell a stranger, hey, I got $200,000 worth of cash sitting in my house. You would never do that. So there's no point in telling a complete stranger, oh yeah, I got lots of gold coins sitting at home that my dad gave me. No, we just don't do that, all right? So just keep that in mind. I know we're all social creatures. And the wife got it. I explained it to the husband after the other gentleman left. I explained, look, man, don't do that. This is your business. You keep this to yourself. No one needs to know what you have at home. I don't even need to know what you have at home. I don't care. I don't need to know. No one needs to know but you two. And being the couple. That is it. It's the same as going into a bank. You would never go into a bank and withdraw a couple $100 out of your account and then tell the guy behind you, oh, there's still $50,000 in that account. I'm just pulling out a couple hundred. You would never do that. So when you come into a shop, whether it's a coin shop, jewelry store, pawn shop, whatever it is, do your transaction and then go. We don't need to socialize and tell people about what we have at the house, because you do not know who or what is listening and what level of risk they may think is appropriate to try to obtain what you have at home, okay? We deal with all walks of life here at the shop. We treat everyone fairly until they give us a reason not to, but at the same time, we see what the dangers that are out there. We understand that when people come into a store, they may not recognize that those dangers are out there, but they are. That is the downside to dealing with physical. It can be strong-armed away from you. All right, so just keep that in mind. When you're out at a shop, doesn't matter where you're at, just mind your own business, keep to yourself, do your transaction, and go. And we pride ourselves here on Vermillion Enterprises of getting you in and getting you out as fast as we can. And that is one of the reasons. The other reason is we're extraordinarily busy and we want to get as many transactions in as fast as we can. But it's also for your security and our security too. We want to get you in, we get your process taken care of, and get you on your way. That's just, keep that in mind when you go into a shop. Doesn't matter whose it is. And so I'll get off my soapbox now, and let's get into premiums and inventory update. So just a little PSA from Uncle Brian here. All right, let's run these numbers. All right, fractional gold eagles. We are buying 1/10 ounce and quarter ounce gold eagles at melt plus 2% and selling them at melt plus 6%. Half ounce gold eagles we are buying at melt and selling at melt plus 3%. We have some in the shop, not a lot of these though, guys and gals, so none that we can ship at this point. Once we start accumulating more, we'll open them up for the shipping levels, but just not there as of right now. 1 ounce gold eagles we are buying them at spot, selling them at spot plus 3%. All right, 1 ounce Gold Buffaloes, we are buying them at spot plus 1%, selling them at spot plus 4%. Foreign gold, we're still buying it at 98%. I just dumped a bunch on the refinery last night, so I don't have any to show off here. But any Maple Leafs, Krugerrands, Philharmonics, Britannias, Kangaroos, Australian Nuggets, we're paying 98% on older foreign gold, sovereigns, ducats, liras, coronas, francs, marks, pesos. Anything else I forgot there? 98% of melt on. Gold bars, we pay 98% on. Anything north of 100 grams in size, we will send off to the refinery to be authenticated before we purchase it, but we'll still pay 98% of value on it. $5 and $10 gold U.S. commemorative coins from the U.S. Mint, we pay 98% of melt on those, and pre-33 gold, 98% of melt on those. Platinum Eagles, we buy them at spot plus 3%. When we have them, we sell them at plus 6%. We are currently out of them, though. All right, cool. Silver dollars. We got a bunch in the house that we have to get processed. Once we do, we'll get them out and available for you guys and gals. We are currently buying Cole, Morgan, and Peace silver dollars for 36 and selling for 39. We do have quantity of these if you are interested. Buying at 36, selling at 39. These are common date, random, Morgan, and Peace silver dollar Cole coins. We do not separate by type. All right, guys. Junk 90, still buying at COMEX -3 and selling at COMEX -1. We've got to be one of the top bids in the country. That's for 1964 silver dimes, quarters, and half dollars. Buying at COMEX -3, selling at COMEX -1. 1964 and before junk silver. All right, 40% silver. We're buying at COMEX -6, selling at COMEX -4. That's for junk 40% silver. That is Kennedy half dollars from 1965 to 1970. And yeah, prices suck on these, but we're still going to buy them. I can lay them off at -4, so I'm selling it to you at -4. I'll lay it off to another outfit who's buying at -4. And that is buying at COMEX -6 on our end, selling at COMEX -4. All right, 999 silver. Oh, we do have rounds. I forgot to put a tube of rounds out, but we have quantity in rounds. Some 5 ounce, some 10 ounce bars. I think 1 kilo left. We are buying 999 silver at COMEX -$2 per ounce. That is for silver up to and including 100 ounce bars. If you have pieces of silver that are larger than a 100 ounce bar, then we'll have to call the refinery first and see what they are paying on it before we purchase. But 1 ounce through 100 ounce pieces, we are buying at the COMEX price of silver -$2 per ounce and selling at the COMEX price of silver. All right, Silver Eagles. We are buying off quality Silver Eagles at the COMEX price of silver and selling at COMEX +1. Retail friendly Silver Eagles, we are buying at COMEX +2 and selling at COMEX +4. We are running on fumes with regards to Silver Eagles, guys. We have some to process, but not many, not shipping any at this time. Whatever we have available in the shop, you're welcome to across the counter. But until we get quantity available, we're not going to be shipping these. But off quality Silver Eagles, what you see in the buck here is what we got. We do have some more in the back that's going to be processed, just not available yet. So these are going to be coins that have milk spots on them, surface abrasions, could be colorized, overtoning, scruffiness in nature, random date, just not material we consider retail friendly. All right. Retail friendly Silver Eagles are going to come in tubes of 20 with each coin being the exact same date, and they do not have milk spots on them or surface abrasions, folks. They are going to be nice retail friendly coins. We buy these at +2 and sell them at +4. If we start going through your tubes that you bring in to sell and we start seeing milk spots on them or the random dates, they are going to be kicked off to the off quality bucket. So just be aware of that. All right. If they are not retail friendly, they will be bought as off quality at the COMEX price, even if they come in tubes of 20 solid dates. All right, folks, we are Vermillion Enterprises. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturdays, 8 a.m. till noon, and we accept payment via cash, wire, Zelle, and scrap gold metal. We pay 90% of value on old carated gold jewelry. So that's old class rings, chains, earrings, old wedding bands, bracelets, anything that's just laying in the bottom of your jewelry box you just don't wear anymore, you can't wear, you never wore. Gold's over $4,100 per ounce. It's a great time to sell it. If you want to just cash out, we will pay you 90% of value, or you can use scrap gold metal as a credit towards the purchase of stackable precious metals at 90% of its value. Either way, we are happy to help. I spend a good chunk of my day just processing scrap gold. So anything that's just old, you don't wear anymore, it's broken, you can't wear, maybe never wore, it's brand new sitting in a box, as long as it's gold jewelry, we will cash you out at 90% of its value. All right, what are we not buying? We're still not buying sterling silver. We are still not buying world alloyed silver, such as the Mexican 72 and 90 and 925 coins, or the Canadian 80 percenters. Until the refineries open back up and take alloyed metal, we are going to refrain from buying it. Also, no war nickels at this time. All right, guys and gals, I expect another brisk day of trading here. I think it's going to be fun. Yesterday was a great day, and we'll update you as fast as we can. Remember, Vermillion Enterprises reserves the right to change its premiums on the fly as the market changes. When we have volatility like this, we can see premiums change as rapidly as the price of the precious metal. All right, you guys have a great day. We will talk with you later. Thank you.